Can you really take an article or YouTube video, turn the idea into an original book, create the cover, prepare the Amazon listing, and have the files ready for publishing, all from one AI-powered platform? The advantage is the specific workflow, going from research to cover creation and final export in one place. But before you spend your money on it, there are a few things you should know. In this Elite KDP Engine review, I'm going to show you what this software does, how the process works, what I like. Now we need to talk about the income examples because this is where I think buyers need to keep realistic expectations. First, what exactly is Elite KDP Engine? Elite KDP Engine is an AI-powered publishing platform created around the Amazon KDP business model. Instead of jumping between separate AI writers, cover tools, formatting software, and listing generators, the idea is to bring it all into one system. According to the sales page, you can start with an existing article or a YouTube video URL. The system analyzes the source material and uses it as research to help develop a new book concept and structure. And that's an important distinction. This isn't supposed to be about copying somebody else's content and publishing it as your own. The sales page itself warns against simply rewriting another person's article. You still need to create something original, useful, and sufficiently different. So think of the original content as research and inspiration, not as something you have permission to copy. Here's the basic workflow. Step 1 is choosing your source material. You can start from an article or YouTube video related to the subject you want your book to cover. Once everything is planned, the system guides AI through writing each chapter while keeping important story details consistent. Elite KDP Engine then analyzes that information and creates a proposed blueprint for the book. This is useful because you're not immediately generating hundreds of pages without knowing where it's heading. You can first review the proposed structure to make sure it makes sense. Step 3 is choosing your source material. Once you're happy with the blueprint and approve the credits, the system generates the manuscript chapter by chapter. Instead of repeatedly prompting an AI tool to write individual sections, you're working through a publishing-focused workflow. But creating the manuscript is only part of publishing a book. You also need packaging. Elite KDP Engine includes tools for book cover creation, Amazon listings, and promotional assets. The system analyzes the source material and uses it as research to help develop a new book concept and structure. And according to the sales page, once your project is finished, you can export it in formats like PDF, EPUB, and DOCX. So the biggest selling point isn't simply AI writing, it's having multiple parts of the process organized into one workflow. Now we need to talk about the income examples because this is where I think buyers need to keep realistic expectations. For example, it displays results attributed to Dave Espino, including thousands of book units and revenue screenshots showing more than $21,000 over 7 days and more than $50,000 over 30 days. The advantage is the specific workflow, going from research to cover creation and final export in one place. I completely agree with that. An AI tool doesn't automatically create a business. You still need quality books and research. Look at Elite KDP Engine as a tool that can potentially speed up your workflow, not as a magic button that guarantees income. So what do I actually like about Elite KDP Engine? First, I like the all-in-one concept. Jumping between 5 or 6 different applications can make the publishing process unnecessarily complicated. This is designed for books. Second, I like the blueprint-first approach. Being able to evaluate structure before committing gives you more control. Third, I like that it goes beyond manuscript generation to include cover creation, marketing assets, and multiple formats. So what do I actually like about Elite KDP Engine? First, I like the all-in-one concept. At the time I'm recording this review, the sales page is advertising Elite KDP Engine at a $17 one-time founder price. The front-end purchase includes 4,000 starting credits. According to the page, that's approximately enough for 10 books, although actual credit usage can vary depending on the size of the books you're creating. This is something you should understand before buying. The software uses credits, so don't interpret a one-time purchase price as meaning unlimited AI generation forever. How much value you get depends on how you use it. Check the link below for the current price before making your decision. Check facts, improve awkward sections, and make sure the final product genuinely helps the reader. No push-button magic. Check facts, improve awkward sections, and make sure the final product genuinely helps the reader. No push-button magic. Number 2. There's still work involved. It doesn't eliminate market research, positioning, or promotion. Finally, source material and copyright need to be handled responsibly. Inspiration is key, not copying. So, who is Elite KDP Engine actually for? It makes the most sense for those wanting to speed up the publishing workflow. It could also appeal to existing publishers who prefer a more centralized workflow over using multiple separate tools. So what's my final verdict? Based on the features being offered and the current front-end price, I think Elite KDP Engine is an interesting tool for people who genuinely want to explore AI-assisted publishing. The advantage is the specific workflow, going from research to cover creation and final export in one place. If this sounds like something that could save you time, I've put my link in the description below. If you're interested, click the link below, review everything for yourself, and decide whether Elite KDP Engine makes sense for your publishing goals. Thanks for watching.